shittiest whiskey to my best whiskey.
Okay, so our shittiest whiskey is
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Because that shit's nasty. Man.
Okay, so let it be known our shittiest one is Jack Daniels. Okay?
Alright. I need to see your glass there, my dude.
Here's my glass, sir. Right now I'm doing a whiskey tasting with the whiskey aficionado.
Alright. So, oh shit, man, I didn't mean to do that. I don't want that much Jack Daniels.
Okay.
Alright. When we're getting ready to smell whiskey, when we're getting ready to taste whiskey,
Okay.
give it a nice mix. You know, you want to aerate it. Oh man, now my whole fucking table's gonna smell like shitty whiskey.
Okay.
Okay. If you smell this one, I just smell straight chemicals, man. I smell a lot of vanilla in this.
I do smell the vanilla. I do smell the
Alright,
vanilla.
and it's potent, man.
Yeah, I can see that.
Alright, go ahead and, when you taste it, kind of let it start at the tip of your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly work its way back down so that it touches each part of your tongue before you swallow it. Alright?
Okay, here we go.
Alright. Just harsh.
Ooh.
When you
Honestly?
breathe out,
Ooh.
it's just not great. It's just not great.
It tastes like a vodka, not a whiskey.
I have such a hard time describing the flavor palette of some of these cheap whiskeys because they don't have a flavor palette. They're just gross.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the worst. Now, Jim Beam, I think, is barely any better, but
Not a good whiskey. I mean, not good.
take one of those and kind of wipe out your glass. If I was being really fritzy, I'd get us a new glass with each whiskey, but I don't want that many dishes.
Yeah, no, understood. So we're wiping my glass for the next whiskey.
Alright.
The next one is what?
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam whiskey.
This was my go-to when I was looking for cheap whiskey to get me drunk.
Ooh. All right.
Again, this one smells cheap, but this one I get a lot more brown sugar than I do.
I don't smell vanilla anymore. I do smell a brown sugar,
Yeah.
cinnamony.
Yeah, there's a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Okay.
There's not a whole lot of going to be difference. You know, you'll start to taste the difference once we get to my wild turkey here. All right. Bottoms up. Cheers. Front of the tongue. This one still burns.
Woo.
Doesn't taste great.
I mean, that wasn't as harsh as the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, it's a lot
You know
smoother.
what I mean?
isn't it?
Yeah. Mhm.
So it goes down a little bit smoother. That's why if I'm going to pick between these, both of these
I would pick the Jim
are
Beam
about the
too.
same
Yeah.
price point. You know what I mean? I'm going to pick Jim Beam over Jack Daniels any day because
That one left a kick in my mouth for a long time. That
Yeah.
one's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a swig of water.
All right. Now we're getting into the good whiskey.
The good whiskey.
The good whiskey is where I'll start breaking down some more of those. Don't forget to wipe your glass out.
Oh yeah, I gotta wipe my glass.
I'm being a little bit snooty. You could also, if you wanted to, I brought some coffee grounds. Give those a sniff. Really, really cleanse your palate there a little bit.
Cleanse my palate, guys.
All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What kind of coffee is that?
It's Rock Mountain coffee. I got it up in Payson.
Jesus.
It's dark roast. It'll put hair on your chest.
Yeah, I felt like 3 chest hairs.
Sprout it out right then and there.
He hasn't even opened this wild turkey yet, guys. He bought it just for me.
Just for Robert, man.
Subscribe, like, I am sober Rob. But right now, I'm not gonna be
Sorry. That was
sober.
rude. I probably shouldn't have done that in your video, man. I'm sorry.
It's okay. When I say I am sober Rob, I mean sober off of the hard stuff. You know, the stuff that makes you spend all your money in one day and and you end up owing the dope man your whole check. That kind of stuff.
Gotta
Right
save
there.
some of that
That's
check
good.
for whiskey.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to start getting into some more complex flavors. You're going to stop tasting so much of the chemical process that comes from some of these cheaper manufacturers because there's not as much of a chemical process in this.
Ooh, I don't really smell like. That
So,
doesn't burn my nose really.
Wild Turkey 101. This bottle ran me, I want to say like $22.
Mm-hmm.
This bottle is going to run you 14, so really $7 more, and you're going to get a substantially much better whiskey. All right. Cheers.
Cheers, sir.
This one, there's a bit of a burn. I get a little bit more like, almost like a citrus note out of that. Maybe not.
You know what? I'm gonna have.
No, you know what it is? It's a buttery flavor.
You know what? If I had to choose though, the one I'm picking still is still the Jim
It's
Beam.
still Jim Beam?
Yeah.
All right, man. I can respect
Yeah,
that.
that's where I'm at still.
I can respect that. Maybe. This one's got like a much smoother mouthfeel. Like I said, there's kind of a buttery. It does burn a little bit in the back of your throat there. But this is my go-to. This is what I buy now when I'm not buying nice bottles of whiskey.
Okay, that was Wild Turkey, guys, and like I said, if I still had to choose, I'm gonna pick the Jim Beam bourbon. But that's just me. Ooh.
All right, up
This
next
was
we've
the-
got some Basil Hayden. All right.
Basil Hayden.
Mm-hmm. So this is bottled by the same company that does Jim Beam.
Ah,
Okay, this is just kind of like their fancier, aged, more distilled. Artfully aged by the James B. Beam Distilling Company.
wow. Sounds pretty fancy.
I got this one from Costco.
Okay, now just like, what's up,
That's Garrett. Garrett, this is Robert.
Garrett? Do you know who Miles Garrett is?
Miles Garrett?
Yeah, he plays for the Browns.
Oh, he's not a football.
Well, he got the Patriots sweater on.
Oh, this is my old school.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
All right. I am actually not a big fan of this.
Ooh, this
Basil
smells
Hayden.
a lot better than that one, and that one.
This is a big step up. You know, there's a big leap in quality of whiskey from here to here. All right. This one is kind of one of those ones that you know, as long as you can tolerate it, kind of let that slowly start at the tip and
So
work your way
you
back.
mean by tolerate, like this one is a lot stronger than the last one?
It's not necessarily stronger, but you're gonna kind of to get it like a more of the flavor profile. You're gonna want to let this one hang out in your mouth a little bit longer than some of these other ones.
Okay.
Just like a quarter second longer. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You're not like swishing it around or doing nothing like that.
All right, here we go.
So you're gonna find with this one, this is very smooth like this one here.
That one did go down a lot easier though.
Goes down a lot easier. There's more like woodiness in this one than any of the other ones that we've
Yeah.
tried so far. There's not as much sweetness in this. All right. I believe that bottle, not at like I got that bottle at Costco for $29 or $30. Not at Costco, you're looking at like $45 to $50 for that bottle of whiskey.
And this is the stuff you drink on the every weekend, you'd say?
No, this is the kind of stuff that I would drink more like when I'm hanging out with my friends. Or, you know what I mean? Like this is what I'm gonna bring out for not necessarily special occasions, but
Yeah. No, I hear that.
all right.
Okay, so we just drank Jack Daniels, Jim Beam, Wild Turkey, and what is it?
Basil Hayden.
Basil Hayden.
All right. Our last one.
I'm probably gonna leave here a little buzzed, but it's all good.
Yes, de resistance.
Ooh, I don't know what that means.
This is my favorite whiskey that I've ever had so
His
far.
favorite. What is it called?
This is called Special Release Wolcott.
Special Release Wilcott Whiskey. Right?
Yeah. Yep. Wolcott.
Where-
WOLCO.
Oh, Wolcott.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where is it from?
This is from Kentucky. Kentucky made bourbon. If you want, you can take a whiff of that. That is going to smell better than anything else that we have.
I really don't smell anything.
You know, let's get it in your glass. Give it a
Yeah.
nice swish. I'm going to pour myself a little bit of this one because
Yeah, because you're a whiskey guy.
I'm a whiskey guy.
If I keep drinking whiskey, will I grow a beard like yours?
Probably not. All right. You want some more than that?
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm
This
sure,
is the good
dude.
stuff, man.
Nope, I'm sure, dude.
All right. All right. Palate cleanse.
Mm.
You want to hit this one fresh. All right.
Woo! Ooh, that does smell.
There's a sweetness to it. I think that with these two, we kind of diverted more from like, so if we start up here, we're talking about like very sweet, kind of syrupy, like we were talking brown sugar, vanilla notes.
Yeah.
These two were more woody, all right, because both of these were aged in a barrel, all right. This one right here kind of returns back to the sweeter notes that we got in this cheap whiskey.
Yeah,
but it's
so
an expensive.
so if you had to choose, you would choose an expensive sweet whiskey.
I like them both. I like for different things, you know, different drinks. I normally don't drink my whiskey just straight. I normally have it in an old fashioned.
Hey, I've drank an old fashioned before.
Yeah. So I personally like. It just depends on what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
But I like a woody whiskey, and I also like more of like a sweet, delicious. This one right here.
It does smell good, man. It does smell good. Cheers.
Cheers. It's gonna pack a punch,
Wow.
but it's
Wow.
gonna ease off really quickly without even taking a drink of water.
Wow, that did just
It's
happen.
got a very smooth mouthfeel to it. It's buttery, but it's got a little bit of that sweetness to it. It's got brown sugar. It's got.
Wow, it does taste better than that one, and that one. How much did that bottle go for?
This one's about $130.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. $130 for this guy right here.
So that's what that is like a special occasion kind of whiskey.
And it's 45% alcohol.
Yeah.
Nice.
That should
That one is the best one though. I do have to agree with you. That's the
Yeah.
one right there.
And I mean, you can taste. I mean, obviously, if I'd spent $130 and it didn't taste better than all of these, then I'd wasted my money on that.
Yeah.
I didn't spend the money. A friend of mine bought a bottle of whiskey.
Well, you know, the best.
That's the one that's there.
Sarah spent on that bottle?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I know.
And then she bought me my fucking mead. That was amazing.
Nice.
But fuck.
I don't do this for anything besides whiskey. You know.
Yeah,
I do like
yeah,
I
yeah.
like tequila.
Yeah.
I like vodka.
I can see your stats right here. What is this?
That's just
Kraken.
spice rum. That stuff is really good. You just throw that in orange juice. That's some bitters.
Yeah, you got a nice little stand here. If I could show the stand, look at
I
that.
got a little bar cart there.
Yeah, man. So, I'm still not a big whiskey guy, but I
That's
see.
all right. More for
yeah.
me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would drink the whiskey. Like, if me and you go to fucking, where's a good bar to go to?
Whiskey Row's got like a really good vibe, and it's got.
Do they do the smoked cigars too
Yeah.
there?
No, the cigars. I know which bar you're talking about, but I forget
Yeah,
the name of the bar.
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
But there is a bar that they serve cigars there.
Yeah.
And man, that's nice.
So yeah, whiskey tasting with my man Ryan. Say hi, Ryan. Yeah, whiskey.
Cheers.
Here we are, all whiskey. and a twisted tea for me. Check out the video.